there, guys. Welcome back to the lab. So, we have here is another lantern. This is a battery-powered lamp or a light, whatever you want to call it. This, I believe, this is a star. It's a star lamp. You've seen a number of videos of me and my traffic inspector kind of battery-powered things. This one's the bulbs are all busted out. And I can see some green. Oh, let's see what is going on here. I haven't touched these or done anything with them yet. At least I know the socket is in good shape. Looks like to be oil in there. That's weird. Hopefully somebody didn't put kerosene in this thing. Wow, what is that? I don't know what that is. Whatever that fluid is. I'll find out when I open it up. But it's acting like oil. Maybe it's something that came out of a battery. Oh, you know what? It feels like there might be a battery in it. So, yeah, we'll see. So, but anyway, I wanted to do this real quick. I grabbed this one because I have it, like, there's another one over there. And that's got a big old rubber handle on it. And that's actually got the working battery in it. That one works just fine. But this one's got the wooden handle, so that's why I grabbed it. And it was only $3. Of course, yeah, it looks like it's worth $3. Hopefully, we're gonna make it look like it's at least $3.50. So let's open this thing up, take a look at it, see how the switches work and everything, and then clean her up real quick. What do you say? All right. All right. So. Okay. Nice big hefty switch is working great. Some of these have these weird kind of slidey switches that I don't like very much. They feel really kind of weird, but all right, so let's take a look here. Let's see what we got. Oh, no battery in it. Okay, this is just heft. This is just heft. And normally they come with 2 spare light bulbs. So those are gone. I don't know what the griminess is, but there's definitely something down in there. Probably oil. It's looking like an oil. Smells like oil. Like, I don't know what they did to it or why. But we'll get it all cleaned out. But then again, the oiliness looks like it's right where that corrosion is. So maybe a battery. Maybe a battery leak. But it's real nice on the inside in there. Here's not, which is odd. So maybe, and both sides of this. So maybe this was away from it when it got this abuse. All bent up there. I think this is supposed to be your springs, yeah, to hold the battery down in. And this is where your light bulbs, you can kind of thread them in there a little bit. Oh, maybe they're supposed to be bent like, oh, you know what they are. How much you want to bet? Because they look symmetrical from both angles here. Probably it's angled so it'll thread in. How much you want to bet? Let's see. Well, you get the idea. I'm not going to mess with that because whatever's all over that. And greasy and gross. Gross! Okay, so maybe I'm going to throw some acetone in this and swish it around a little bit. See if that helps some of this crap that's in there. All right, let me do that. I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swish some acetone around here, flush it out. And then I'm going to go over to the bench grinder and get rid of a lot of this rusty noise here. By the way, if you're hearing noises in the back, it is just my pre-World War II tube radio here, picking up a little bit of static from lightning strikes hundreds of miles away. Oh, that's promising. Look at that. Okay. Maybe this is, under this grime, might actually be kind of nice. Wow. Maybe I should take acetone to this whole thing and see what's going on here. All right, let's do that. Okay, let me get a raggy rag, which is it's a rag that should have been thrown out a long time ago, but okay, let's see what we can get off here. And this'll, that way this, all whatever's I'm getting off here won't go flying into the sky here from the bench grinder. You know, it turns everything into an aerosol, and it ends up caked on top of things in my house. All right, so it's the inside that's all like weird and oily, but great thing about acetone is that it dries up when it dries up really, really, really fast. That's why it feels so cold on you when it's evaporating. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna plop it all in here, and I'm gonna do it over a trash can just in case it comes flying out of that little hole there. All right, yeah, look how it's taking all the oils and stuff out of the tips of my fingers already. All right, great. Well, maybe that helped a little bit. It still feels greasy all over. All right, let's see here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's all some freaking grime of some kind. Greasy. Must have been just probably in somebody's auto shop or something. Wow, that looks like I need a degreaser, not acetone. Wow, look at that. Okay, so none of that is rust. That's just all oily grime. Some kind of grime. Pretty cool. I'm glad. I am so glad that that's not rust. It's just grime. Well, that is excellent. So now I know what I'm dealing with there. Great. So I can attack that more, maybe with like 409 and a toothbrush or something, getting the corners there. But look at that. Okay, great. Great. All right. So now we know what we're dealing with here. So I don't have a whole lot on the bench grinder to do because I really thought this was totally rusted top to bottom. Excellent. And I can't wait to get a little steel wool on there. Yeah, it's almost hard to tell whether that is grime, you know, like oil from somebody's hands or something. But this is going to look great. I'm a little worried about the top here, but we'll see. We're going to check that out right now. All right, I'll be right back after I hit it up on the bench grinder, and we will continue. Well, look at that. I can't believe it's the same lid. Wow. It's great. Great, great, great. And look at all this. Look at this. I can't believe it. That was rust. That was surface rust, oxidation, whatever you want to call it, on there. But all this around in here and here, that was just all grime. Pretty cool. All right, so now we'll take a Dremel to it. First, you know what? Let me do that 409 bit here. I was thinking, let's do that right there. Let's see, where is? Uh-oh. All right. Let's see if we can get some of that grime. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Maybe that acetone is more of the strength we need. Let's see. Let's see what happens is while we slowly keep at it and let it do its 409 shit. After what this thing's been through, I'm not worried about some watery fluid getting in the works here. Trying to determine exactly what this is. It's kind of seeming like that is rust in there. So I'll get the Dremel and we'll get rid of that. Yes, yes we will. Right, okay, we may need that toothbrush for something here in the next couple minutes. We'll see. All right, so you got this wheel that's kind of shot. Let's see. Well, I'll give it a try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all that with this one that's already shot like this. Let's see what we can get. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to need to have a new one on there for this, but we'll use it on other stuff. So what I'm going to try now, to get at some of this this acid issue here on the bottom in here, I'm going to 180 grit nylon bit in here. And the cool thing about these is when they're fresh, they're nice and deep on top, so you can go into things like this and use the end of it to do things. So I kind of want to try to get at the bottom of the switch there. Yeah, let me see if I can get at that switch and give it some conductivity, because the tip of that little switch bar is pretty rusty from this corrosion. All right, let's see if this does anything for us. Well, yeah, I don't know. Now we got a whole bunch of green nylon dirt. Looks a lot cleaner here though, after the little acetoning and that, getting a lot of the rusty grossness looking at here. I think now we can do some steel wool. I'm still getting some grime coming off this thing. But yeah, I think what we're going to do is now we're going to steel wool it. I think that's going to improve a lot of things here. Yes, indubitably. I'm excited that this, because I mean, this is the center point, really. You know what I mean? And by the way, this Star Headlight Company, Rochester, New York, which is just about half an hour from here. Okay, so let's oil her up. I got a little tiny bit left in here. Where's our little brush? Okay, little brush for the little lantern. So we're gonna oil this up, wipe it down, and we'll be done. I'm loving this wood handle. Look at that. Looks like twisted bamboo, I would think. Sure looks like it. Okay, so let's oil her up, get it protected, see what it's got for patina to show us. Okay, I'm not gonna oil up that chrome there just because it'll look silly. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, this'll leave nice. That's cool looking designs with the oxidation and everything here. So tonight is supposed to be like some of the biggest solar storms we've had in, I don't know how long, a very long time. Everybody's kind of freaking out about it, so I'm excited. And it's also, that messes up like electronics and RF, radio signals and stuff like that. It screws all that stuff up. And it could, it could cause like mass blackouts and stuff too if people didn't know it was coming. But now they've gotten really good at knowing when it's coming. All right, let's see what it looks like on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. I love it. Well, we could probably just keep putting this on. I bet you this wood is just going to keep soaking in this oil, which is great because that just preserves it even longer. All right. We are all oiled up. Now we'll go oil it down. Oil it down until it looks the way we want, and we know it'll look the way we want, and it will be nicely preserved as well. Very nice. Wow, what an improvement. What a massive improvement. Boy, oh boy. All right, well, there we have it, folks. Let's come on down here and take a look at this. What was it? SpaceX's their first prototype when they tested the engines. Looks like that. Looks like a SpaceX prototype. Very early prototype. Funny thing is that prototype flew in like 2019. Isn't that incredible where they're at now? Pretty crazy. Okay. All right, let's come on down here. Take a look at it. Well, there we go. Star Headlight and Lantern Company, Rochester. Love my Rochester stuff. Click. So here we're at. Here we are. Yeah, look at that. Nice. The hand just came out great. Very natural wood. Okay. Well, folks, that's it. Hey, this was great. This turned out to be a longer video than I suspected, but I am so happy with this. Wow. Wow. Maybe I'll put a before photo here at the end. I'll put a before photo right about in here. Let's see. Let me widen out. So we're going to put it right there. We're going to put the before picture. Let's see. It was I'm trying to remember where I took it. Right about there. And we'll show you what it looked like before. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, folks, here we are. We're all done. Thank you again for stopping in the lab. Supervisor Baby and I, thank you very much. Supervisor's older brother up there, 276. He's a baby. A super baby. He's the baby. All right. Hey, folks, thank you so much for stopping by. And until next time, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.